From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening and welcome into News Channel 15. I'm Eli Grimes. Let's take a look at tonight's news. 5 men from Mississippi were sentenced in Southern Illinois federal court after admitting to using spotlights to illegally hunt white-tailed deer in Massac, Jefferson, Union, Pope, and Clark counties. Lee J. Johnson, 54, of Saucier, Mississippi, pled guilty to 1 count of unlawful transport of wildlife in violation of the Lacey Act and was sentenced to 5 years probation and ordered to pay $75,000 in restitution and a $10,000 fine. Gerald B. Moran, 40, of Saucier, Mississippi, pled guilty to 1 count of unlawful transport of wildlife in violation of the Lacey Act and was sentenced to 5 years probation and ordered to pay $5,000 in restitution and a $2,500 fine. Joshua A. Marshall, 30, also of Saucier, Mississippi, pled guilty to 1 count of unlawful transport of wildlife in violation of the Lacey Act as well. He was sentenced to 3 years probation and ordered to pay $7,500 in restitution and a $2,500 fine. John M. Pritchard, 57, of Biloxi, Mississippi, pled guilty to 1 count of unlawful transport of wildlife in violation of the Lacey Act and was sentenced to 5 years probation and ordered to pay $10,000 in restitution and a $5,000 fine. Stephen J. Pike, 56, also of Biloxi, Mississippi, pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to violate the Lacey Act and was sentenced to 5 years probation and ordered to pay $2,000 in restitution. In other news, 5 local fire departments have been awarded more than $1.4 million collectively in grants through the Office of the State Fire Marshal. The awards are part of the inaugural fire station construction and rehabilitation program, allowing fire departments and fire protection districts to repair, upgrade, or construct new fire stations. In White County, the Norris City Fire Protection District will get just under $72,000. Across Gallatin, Hamilton, and Saline counties, Carrier Mills, Shawneetown, and the McLeansboro Fire Departments are getting the maximum $350,000 each. Equality is also getting $300,000. The Fire Station Construction and Rehabilitation Program recipients were selected through a competitive notice of funding opportunity process that was opened to fire departments, fire protection districts, and township fire departments. In other news, at their regular meeting on Monday, July 7th, Wayne City Village Board members passed a motion to equip the new Chief of Police, Jason Settle, with necessary field equipment. The 5-year agreement with Axon, costing just under $3,500 annually, will provide Chief Settle of Bluford with a body camera and taser to use while on patrol. Chief Settle was hired by the board in June. The trustees also discussed a peddler's ordinance, which has been a topic of concern for the past 2 meetings. The matter was tabled for further review. Village business owners have brought attention to the ordinance, noting that although an ordinance previously allowed vendors to set up during village events, the associated fees have gone unpaid and enforcement has been lacking. Business owners are now requesting an update to the ordinance with provisions for enforced fees. In other short agenda items, the board approved planting a memorial tree in Wayne City Park to honor Hillard Jr. Ellis. Additionally, they authorized the signature of a restrictive covenant for a first edition project for Tommy Johnston. In school board news, the North Wayne District Unit School Board held its regular meeting on Wednesday night with a very light agenda during which several items were approved. The board approved the minutes from the June 26th regular meeting and the June 26, 2025 budget amendment hearing. Additionally, 3 Board of Education members were authorized to serve on the negotiation committee. The board also then approved the payment of bills and authorized Superintendent Ellis to make amendments to the fiscal year 26 school calendar as needed. Furthermore, the board approved an overnight trip for the FCCLA officer team scheduled for July 28th and the 29th. The Edwards County Community Unit School Board District Number 1 of Education will hold its next regular meeting on Monday, July 21st at 7 p.m. in the K-12 band room. The board will consider several items under the consent agenda. including approval of the meeting agenda, minutes from the June 16th meeting, treasurer's report, bill list, the FOIA report, and destruction of closed session audio recordings older than 18 months. Public communications will include public participation and the reading of thank you letters or cards. There is no spotlight presentation scheduled for the month of July. Under unfinished business, the board will hear a presentation from ADG on the vocational building project with possible action to follow. The board will also vote on approving the updated parent-student handbook and wellness handbook. In new business, members will vote on the cafeteria food and milk bids for the 25-26 school year, several financial resolutions, including the review of hazardous areas and the transfer of working cash funds, the approval of projects exceeding $5,000, discussion and possible action on a fundraising request from NHS and FBLA. The meeting will also include administrative reports from Superintendent David Cowger, ECHS Principal Dale Schmittler, AGS Principal Carrie Wells, the Junior High Principal and Building and Grounds Director Chris Duncan, West Salem Grade School Principal Mark Beckel, and the K-12 Assistant Principal Joe Rivers. The board will enter closed session to discuss personnel matters, including appointments, resignations, employment considerations, and a leave of absence. Volunteer assistance will also be recognized. A brief meeting for the NCOE Unit 3 School Board Wednesday night, mainly centered around updates and preparations for the upcoming school year. Superintendent Matt Volman filled in board members on projects and delays. Delays School Board President Matt McCarthy says wouldn't be a problem had the bond measure not been taken out of the board's hands and delayed by forcing it onto the ballot. Volman also discussed potentially working with Iconic Studios, the outfit that does school photos somewhere down the line, to digitize the class composites that line the hallways. They date back to 1937, and while they're preserved well now, in the event of a disaster like a tornado, there's no backup of everything before around a decade ago. He says there are 137 in total, 88 from NCOE and an additional 49 from Enfield. Estimated cost is anywhere from $17,000 to $24,000. There could be a 30% discount if the district serves as a guinea pig. The board approved student handbooks and minor alterations, updated the cost of adult lunch and breakfast prices, $3.15 to $3.65 on lunches, and $1.25 to $1.94 on breakfast, and approved a a la carte milk prices, from up 30 cents to 35 cents. The board recessed into executive session at 7:25 p.m. The Board of Trustees of the Illinois Eastern Community College District met Tuesday at Olney Central College, where they approved the fiscal year 26 budget for the district. The budget project's revenues of $34,937,000 and expenses totaling $33,306,000 for the upcoming year. The board also approved holding a special meeting on August 4th at 8:30 a.m. at the Terry L. Bruce West Richland Center. The meeting will serve as a board training day and working retreat, focusing on the future operations and strategic direction of the district. No formal action is anticipated during that session. The next regular meeting of the Board of Trustees is scheduled for Tuesday, August 19th at 6:15 p.m. at Wabash Valley College in Mount Carmel. That does it for news. Stick around. I've got your weather forecast coming up next, and then a look at sports. Stay with us.
Life doesn't slow down for busy families. From early practices to late night games, every moment matters. That's why First National Bank offers online tools to fit into your schedule no matter how hectic it gets. From mobile banking to quick check deposits, First National Bank makes it easy to keep up with life and stay on top of your finances. No matter the schedule, First National Bank keeps you in the game.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Wabash General Hospital Senior Enrichment Center, we believe that sometimes a helping hand is all it takes for seniors to get their lives back on track. Our dedicated team of healthcare professionals are here to offer guidance and support, helping navigate the unique health and lifestyle concerns faced by seniors. Whether dealing with feelings of anxiety, loneliness, or unresolved grief, struggling with changes in mood or concentration, or coping with health-related challenges, we're here for you. Call Wabash General Hospital Senior Enrichment Center at 618-263-9116.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your weather forecast. This just from around 7:30 this morning, putting our radar in motion. You can see storms and showers made their way through McLeansboro and Carmi early this morning. And the chances for those showers and thunderstorms will progress as we move throughout the day and into the weekend. First, let's look at your almanac. We saw a high of 89 degrees today with a low of 74. Precipitation just under an inch of rain, about 2 inches in the last 2 days. Your normals and records are there on the screen. Let's put your forecast map in motion. This starting around 1 p.m. this afternoon. You can see clear conditions mostly throughout the Friday night hours tonight and into the morning hours on Saturday, and developing showers to our north, but again, mostly clear conditions into the evening hours on Saturday. You can't rule out the chance of a stray shower here or there. And then on Sunday, you see those lines of storms to our northwest quickly break up before they make it into our region, maybe a stray shower or two, but looking pretty clear, all things considered, from what we've had in the past few days. Looking at our lows tonight into Saturday morning, mostly in the low 70 mark, 73 in Albion as well as 74 in Mount Carmel, and 74 up there in Lawrenceville. Your highs on Saturday going to dip down into the high 80s. Still warm temperatures across the region. 88 there in Flora, and the more south you go, the hotter it gets. 91 in McLeansboro and Carmi. Your lows Saturday night into Sunday morning, mostly in the low to mid 70s. 76 down in McLeansboro, 75 most everywhere else, such as Olney, Albion, and Mount Carmel. And your highs on Sunday reaching into the mid 90s down in Carmi, 94. Pretty scattered temperature-wise across the region on Sunday, 92 in Fairfield, 91 in Albion, as well as 90 in the city of Olney. And looking at your extended forecast through the weekend into the beginning of next work week, hotter temperatures are on the way, mostly due to the humidity from the surrounding crops. Of course, in this region, the corn sweat taking effect through this late July period. 89 tomorrow, the high, 92 on Sunday, and again, reaching into the mid to higher 90 range starting on Tuesday and well into next week and into the weekend. Your lows mostly in the mid 70s. That's a look at your forecast. Sports is up next. Stay with us.
Get employee pricing at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2025 Mustang convertible up to $3,500 off, and get a new 2024 F-150 up to $13,800 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Get employee pricing at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler with payments as low as $370 per month, and a 2025 Jeep Compass as low as $259 a month. Come in today or go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
Welcome back. Time to talk sports. Another former WVC Warrior has made it to the MLB. The Philadelphia Phillies have signed 23-year-old undrafted free agent outfielder Jonathan Hogart from Murray State and Wabash Valley College to a minor league contract pending a physical. Hogart, during his time at Murray State in 2024 through 25, produced a 313, 423-607 slash line with a 1.030 OPS with 38 home runs and 123 RBIs. Congratulations to Jonathan Hogart. That's going to do it for sports and our newscast tonight, as well as our newscast for the summer until the fall semester begins here at Wabash Valley College. We thank you so much for joining us this summer, and we appreciate all of the help from all the students that have helped get these newscasts on the air. So from myself, Eli Grimes, as well as everyone here at News Channel 15, have yourself a great rest of the summer and an even better night.